Hey everybody, and welcome back to Investing with Wesley. Honestly, since the pandemic, and well, actually even before the pandemic, there's been numerous headlines that are absolutely terrifying to think about. Some of these headlines include more than half of Americans lose sleep over money troubles, 1 in 4 Americans have no retirement savings, and those who do aren't saving enough, and over 60% of Americans can't afford to cover a $1,000 emergency out of their savings. So really, it's a no-brainer that financial literacy and financial education are such an important thing for you to figure out. Now, I do my best in all my videos to teach you something and help you better understand the complex topics of finance, but in this video, I want to take it a step further and help you understand, or better yet, help you stop the generational curses when it comes to saving money and building wealth. And although that sounds like a giant topic to cover, it's actually very easy and very simple. It just doesn't affect you. Let me explain and let's get in. Okay, let's talk about the troubles that you are currently facing. Chances are you're being underpaid, meaning you're not making enough to afford reasonable living while also putting food on the table and putting money away for your retirement. It's a sad reality that although the cost of living has almost tripled in the past couple decades, the money that families are bringing in remains about the same, if not less. So how can you afford the same lifestyle that your ancestors, parents, and grandparents had with the same salary when everything is 3 times more expensive? Now, the truth is that is a real crappy situation, and we have to be creative in ways that we save money and spend our money so that we can beat these generational curses all on our own. But the truth is, there's an even easier way to break these generational curses and help our family save for retirement. The only downside is it comes at your expense. Now, if you're going to take on this mission all on yourself and put as much money as you could away so that you could invest and build wealth, then kudos to you, but there's some numbers that you need to focus on. First of all is everyone knows you need to start early. You're also going to need to understand the numbers. As an example, you're expected to need about 90% of your current annual income in retirement if you want to keep the same standard of living. And that it's recommended that you put at least 15% of your income away into retirement. Now, all those things will help you understand and calculate the goal that you're going to need. But it's a lot easier said than done. I get it. Everyone's situation is different, and some people don't really have those funds to put away 15% of their total income into retirement. Or even if they do, they don't really know where to put it because they trust these other advisors or bankers that aren't in their best interest. So they put it in really low yielding money market accounts or IRAs that produce only a 1% return. Now, IRAs and Roth IRAs are a great investment vehicle that everyone should invest in, but the investments that you put into that vehicle are paramount to your success, and not every advisor has your best interest at heart and will give you extremely low risk, almost no risk rate of return investments that only yield about a 1%. Now, if you know anything about the rule of 72, it tells you how long it's going to take for your money to double depending on how much interest you're getting. Now, 72 divided by 1% means your money is going to double every 72 years. Now, even if you started when you were born, it wouldn't even double once by the time you hit 60 and retire. Now, you might be wondering yourself, well, why are they advising me to put my money here if it's not in my best interest? And the easiest answer is it's in their best interest. It lines their pocket because they get paid to sell you those products. Now, if you don't already know this and you're trusting these bankers or other advisors that are telling you this bogus information, if you don't already know, start a Roth IRA and contribute as much money as you reasonably can afford into the S&P 500, the overall United States broad market index. That is the easiest and most passive way you could possibly invest, and that index over the long term averages about 10% every year. So with a 10% rate of return, your money doubles every 7 years as opposed to every 72 years. Way better rates of return, meaning the interest you're going to make in the long run is going to be that much greater. But that is not the focus of this video today. The focus of this video is to break the generational curse and really make people stop worrying completely about their finances. Now, the easiest way to do that is to start when your family is starting out as well. Now, like I said, it's going to take a sacrifice on your part because all the money that you contribute to this plan means less money that you can contribute to your own plan. Now, because people are always worried about retirement and if they're going to have enough money in retirement or even how to possibly save for retirement, I think it's reasonable to assume that a sacrifice can be made for your children. Now, obviously, children are the farthest possible away from retirement, but that's the best part. Children have the longest time horizon to invest a little bit of money. As an example, if you invested $10,000 when your child is first born and just left that to grow at that 10% rate in the broad market index until your kid reaches 18, the investment amount of just that $10,000 when your child reaches the age of 18 is going to be just over $60,000. Now, that's cool, and you could probably use that to send your kid to college, but it's really not a whole lot of money to where we're really being successful in this plan and not having to have our children worry about the future of their retirement is letting that grow until they retire. So if at the age of 18, your kid isn't going to college or there's other savings to account for, scholarships, loans, whatever it may be, we don't touch that money at 18. Instead, we continue to let it grow until our child reaches the age of retirement, 59 and a half or 60. And just that initial $10,000 investment when your child was born, you're going to leave them a great retirement of almost $4 million. Now, $4 million is going to be a great retirement. And honestly, that is one of the biggest gifts that you could possibly give your kids, is the freedom to do and live whatever life they want to live, because they know in retirement they're going to be taken care of. If their passion is making sandwiches or pizzas, or maybe even starting a band, even though chances are they won't make it big and make a lot of money, they're free to do that, because in retirement they'll still have all the funds they need to live their best life. Now, I get it. You're probably thinking to yourself that this is an amazing idea, but if you can't afford to properly save for your own retirement, how on God's earth can you afford to put $10,000 into this investment when your kid is born? Some of us just don't have $10,000 laying around. In fact, that article I showed you earlier said that most of us don't even have $1,000 laying around. So let's adjust our plan just a little bit. If we invested $100 per month, every month until our kid turns 18, in the same overall index at the same 10% on average rate, when our child turns 18, they'll have $61,000 in their investment. Now, from age 18 to 60, if your child kept investing that $100 a month, they would end with a retirement value of $4.7 million. But even if they didn't invest whatsoever, whether it's forgetting about the account entirely, or maybe times are just extra tough, what with all this economic pressure going on in the world right now, let's just say that after the age of 18, no one invested a single cent more. Well, still, when they reached the age of 60 and started pulling money out of their retirement, the investment value would be $4 million. So your kid investing $100 a month into this investment from 18 to 60 is only going to benefit them a couple $100,000. Whereas you doing the legwork from age 0 to 18, investing that money consistently, gives them the best possible chance at a successful and wealthy retirement. Will it help you in your retirement? Probably not, because this is not going to your own account. But if you're in a lower class family who's living paycheck to paycheck, and you could find a way to scrape together $100 a month, you could successfully break that generational curse for your kids and all the future generations after you. Now, I hope you're not living paycheck to paycheck, and I hope that you can reasonably afford your own retirement and to do this plan to set your children up for success. But the facts of the matter is that not everyone will be able to. And although it means a smaller sacrifice into your retirement, it means an even greater chance of success for your family. Now, obviously, if we were going to do this in the vehicle of a Roth IRA, your children need to earn income. They need to have earned income. And obviously, if they're a newborn or under the age of 18, they're probably not working. So that is a very small hurdle that we'll have to overcome. But if you want, you can always talk to me, and I will gladly give you advice on how to overcome that hurdle and how to make your newborn child earn income. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps this channel get out there and grow. I have a dedicated Facebook and Instagram account. I don't post there too often, but if you ever had a question, comment, wanted something addressed, or even wanted to recommend a topic for a new video, you could find me there. It's a lot easier to just send a message there or comment there than it is to filter all these comments and the potential spam and scams going on in the comment section here. Either way though, the choice is yours, and I'll see you in the next episode.